And we're live. What's it like living in the OpTic house? There's what, 8 guys you said? I mean, do you guys like hang out and watch TVs and movies together, or you just
Yeah,
kind of?
yeah, we all hang out. It's a very working environment, especially during the day. People are collabing with each other, doing videos. People are doing videos with other people, like outside of the house, outside of OpTic, inside of OpTic, and then usually at night. I live with a bunch of competitive players, so. So at night, usually it's like a huge scrim session. Everybody's trying to, get solid practice in, and so we usually do YouTube videos during the day, scrims at night, and then after scrims are over, that's when we all like usually hang out, kick it.
Is there
What time are
like
people going to bed in the OpTic house? Like 3 in the morning?
Yeah, I think usually at like 2 a.m. all of us are still up except for one person. He usually goes to bed pretty early.
Will?
But for the most part, yeah.
The girl.
Yeah, Will goes to bed at like 11. But everybody else goes to bed at usually like anywhere from 2 to 4.
So
I
is
would
there
say.
an unspoken pecking order in the OpTic house? Like maybe Will near the top, or like Scumpy or something, and then some like other guy who gets 5,000 views a video is just lucky to be hanging on. That's
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, no, for the most part, this is definitely like a it's I don't know if it's necessarily how many views the person gets, it's how long they've been in OpTic.
Okay.
Like Will's been in OpTic for like 6 years or something crazy. So he's living in the master bedroom, and then Seth obviously is really he's been on the team forever, nearly just as long, and he's living in like the theater room. So then everybody else just there's kind of like a
Now,
hierarchy. I guess.
Nate Shot left the nest. Like behind closed doors, is everyone like that 100 thiever?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really. When I moved in, he was on this unspoken transition out. So I didn't really get to really know him that well.
Mhm.
I mean, there's people in the house that don't talk to him anymore, and then there's people in the house that talk to him almost every day. So it's kind of like a new thing that
Don't talk
hasn't
to him out of frustration, or paths just don't cross?
paths just don't cross. I think I don't know. I don't really like dive that much into it because I was never
Smart.
really really good friends with him. But obviously, people have different relationships with different people. So
Cool. So do
But-
you guys share one internet line?
no, we probably have like 8 business lines in this house. six to 7 or something.
Yeah, your guys' internet bill is probably bananas.
Yeah, everybody. I think I can say this. Everybody pays for their own internet. So there's things that are taken care of by OpTic and by sponsors, but we all pay for our own internet. So
You would think
So-
you could get some sort of a group discount with that many lines. Like, look, let's start from the beginning. I'm gonna need 8 fucking business lines. All right, well, let's talk turkey. Can we get a little bit knocked off each one?
yeah,
What's the speed? Like, what's your up and down?
I don't even know.
Real fast.
It's not insane. It's not amazing. It's
Does everything crumble to the ground if the internet goes out?
yes. We've actually lost power twice in the last like 9 months being here, and we just literally go sit down on the floor in the living room and just like, what do we do now? We can't work.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, like there's
It's
literally-
hour 3.
You got to
We
get
killed
UPSs. We like, in my house, I have uninterruptible power supplies, and you'd be surprised. Like the power will go out to the whole neighborhood, but the internet still works if you can keep your cable modem powered and your routers powered and stuff like that. So for me anyway, like the computer tends to burn through this little battery I have on it in like 20 minutes, but it's nice because there are a lot of times where 20 minutes gets you through.
Yeah, that's most of our power outages are exactly like that. They last. Sometimes it's a fraction of a second.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's like power's off, power's on. Oh, all right. That just reset everything we were doing, but we're back to business. But sometimes it went out for 5 or 6 days one time. That's the worst it's ever been. That was terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, like the second, if it's seconds or minutes, I get to just flow through and not have that bother me. And that's the common case.
You know what I'm thinking about investing in is those goddamn, and it's not really investment really, but those they go between the wall and the device, and you can turn them off from anywhere in the house, because I feel like I'm getting lights left
The
on
clapper.
not the clapper. I want an app. Like I have a house full of items
The
that need to
apper.
be turned on. Because Kitty will come downstairs some days and turn on literally 14 lights, and I'll come down at like 10 o'clock at night to do my like security check through the house, make sure the doors are locked and power everything down. I'm like, Jesus, my fingers are gonna get raw just turning these lights off, because there's 14 bulbs. That's how many were on last night when I came downstairs, and it's every night.
I
She leaves
used
on
to-
at least 4.
I used to have stuff like that. Now, I think my experience won't reflect yours, but back in the day, they had these things called X10. There were pop-up ads for them everywhere, and they were home automation software. And like I took something that someone else wrote and customized it for my own house. And like just like you said, like the hallway, I think it was real simple. I had it turn off like every hour. So sometimes it mess you up because you turn it on and like 60 seconds later it turns it off because that's, it was on the hour. But most of the time it just sort of saved it. Like it was catching lights that people had left on. And but the problem was the switches themselves were such garbage. The things would pop off and they were mushy instead of like snapping, and everyone
not
hated
following.
them.
So the device I'm talking about plugs into the wall, into your socket, and then the device plugs into it. It's between the two, and it's you've got like app control over
Mine would
this.
also have app control, but it would replace the switch or replace the socket with one that was smart. And it's probably a better looking solution than like one that goes in between. But it was just kind of cheap hardware. I didn't like it.
I just wish they would turn off the goddamn lights.
Hey, are you getting LED lights, baby?
Yeah, well, these are LED lights.
Mhm.
The whole basement is LEDs now, like recessed LED lights now. But she's in her like work area. She's got tons of like studio lighting because she does her own like photography for labels and stuff.
Mhm.
So she'll have like, I've only got 2 studio lights on me now. She'll have 5 like locked in and focused into these light boxes where she photographs stuff. So there are no shadows existing in that realm. It's a land where she's banned shadows, to do her pictures. And so she'll have so much studio lighting, and then she's got
Are
little
they,
like
what kind of lights are they? Do they get hot?
So no, they're cold lights. Actually, some of them do. So we've got 2 different kinds of studio lights. One is like the standard umbrella thing, and then the others are these like box lights that are like on the inside. It's like aluminum foil, like reflective type stuff, except for the front, which is that white stuff, and there's 3 bulbs inside with lots of settings. She uses those. I don't know how many we have. We just keep buying more and more. I don't know why. We have so much lighting here.
My studio lights are so hot. Like they're bright like the sun. So sometimes it's too much to deal with. You don't want to light your subject that much. But my lights are bright, and they're hot. They're like if you touched them for even a second, you burn your finger like a frying pan. And it's I don't use them much.
Yeah. I usually like these when we say hot, like from touch, those in there do get hot. These don't. But actual studio lighting, like when we were filming stuff, like when they're actually putting those big lights on you, that really is hot. I used to think that was just. I didn't know they meant that being under those lights was literally hot. I thought it was a figure of speech. That there's a lot of pressure under the studio lights. Like no. They're hitting you with like a heat ray constantly from every direction. And the heat ray is 6 feet away from you. It's not like they're across the room shining a light on you. They're like right under you with this big beam of like 1,000,000 candle power under your chin.
Yeah, my upper lip, like I have to keep worrying about upper lip sweat. Yeah, the studio lights, I'm not a fan. But they make you look better. No more bags under your eyes, and they illuminate you properly.